I mean, integrity to the highest degree. He's one of my very best friends, and guess what, guys? He was the very first phone call I made when I saw this concept. He was the first person that I called because I knew his mindset. I knew who I was dealing with. But I want to say this to you guys before I bring him up. Y'all know we've been through a lot of challenges with Nspire, and now we're coming out on the other side. Can I tell you guys something? With this guy being a leader, he's currently a megastar going diamond. And I'm telling you now, it's going to be a disappointment if he's not a diamond by the event in July. Wow. I'm just in total transparency in terms of what he's going for. But here's what I want y'all to hear. Mr. Coleman, this gentleman never called me one time about no issue. Still to this day, I haven't got one phone call from this man or his wife. Man, what y'all doing? What's going on? No, seriously, what's the problem? Not one phone call. You know why? Because he's a visionary leader. Wow. He understands, he see where things going, but then more than that, he's a friend. Because guess what he's saying? I know my friend is my boy. I'm not going to be one of the people who just... And that's what I love about this man and his wife. So let's give it up for the primetime general. John Larson, guys. Go ahead,
how's everybody doing today? Right. Hey, you got to give it back up to Demond Crump. But Demond, before you leave, man, I'm kind of disappointed in you, bro. You know, I mean, you said a lot of good things about me. You failed to mention about my education. Okay, I actually went to Morehouse School of Medicine. Oh. I received an honorary doctorate degree in female philology. No, I did not attend Morehouse. Hey, as you can see, I like to have fun. And before I get into the training, I like to set the stage right so you can know where we're going and the mindset of Charles Watson, you know, and how we begin to do the things that we're doing. As Demond said, I did do strategic planning in the military. In fact, I was responsible for 700. You know, so I brought that experience over here to Nspire and started implementing it to my organization, and we started doing a lot of wonderful things. See, we understand the end results. We didn't pay a lot of attention to what was going on right now, and that's what's confusing with a lot of people. They get caught up in the now. They start out with, you know what, yes, I'm down with this, it's gonna work, and when things doesn't go right, they lost faith, they lost vision. See, I never lost that because I understood the end results. You know, a negative person, when they looks at this water bottle, what's the first thing they say? Half empty. Negative person, okay? The positive person looks at this water bottle and they say, half full. But let me explain something to you. A faithful person, like myself, like Mr. Demond Crump, Demond Coleman, Mr. Norman Ray out of Virginia, one of my other best friends, you know, Diane Townsend, Troy Mission. When we look at this bottle right here, even John T, we look at this bottle being full. Half water, half air. That's right. What you don't see is what you need the most. See, I can give you this now. I mean, you can go a couple of days without water, right? I'm putting you on the clock right now. Hold your breath. He cannot go without air. He can't see it, but he knows it's there. That's what we have in Nspire. Just because you don't see it, that $1 billion is there. You just have to wrap your mind around knowing that you are going to be a part of something that's going to change your life and a lot of more people's life. And if you don't think that way, then guess what? You start losing before you start winning. And you would go to another company doing the exact same thing, trying to win. Well, the only thing you're doing is taking a bad habit to a new company. But you still have the same habit. So as I get started at 24 pack, I had to get you right. Okay, see, a lot of people don't understand. There's a difference between recruiting and sponsor. See, most people join this business here, they only want to do is recruit. And when they recruit in a lifeline that is without a heartbeat going to death. And let me explain to you what I mean. See, you can recruit all day, but if you don't build through that recruit, it's just a recruit. See, a sponsor would take that recruit and teach them to teach others. See, let me explain something to you. In the military, a recruiter will do everything that they possibly can to bring you into the military. From the Army, they lied to me. How did I know? I spent 22 years. They lied to me. They said some things that wasn't true. They wanted to recruit me. But once I got to my duty station, that's when the sponsorship kicked in. Well, likewise, this business here. Stop being a recruiter and start sponsoring people, and that sponsor will lead you to things such as the 24-48 Pack Club. It will lead you to your game plan or your what's next system in place for your organization, because now it allows them to do the things that you're doing to have some type of success. Okay? So I'm gonna go right into the 24 Pack Club. Mr. Mon Crunk only gave me about 3 minutes. Let me get it right. Okay, we're doing something wrong over here, okay?
PowerPoint's at the bottom.
Bear with me for a minute. Let me see what's going on here. Okay.
Is that a need duplicate?
Yeah, come on up and do it for me. Yeah.
I get the shot.
We're gonna get it right. We're gonna get it right. Split. Okay. And the mindset behind the 24 Pack Club. See, you heard Mr. Demond Coleman mention the coming to Nspire. It's only $35. $35 to bring you into the business. Okay? $35 will get you into Nspire. Look at it from this perspective. If you own a McDonald's, it's probably cost you about $250,000 give or take, right? Okay? You own and bought that name in the big M. Okay? Now, it's some additional costs that come along with that. You need some burgers, right? You need some French fries. You need some people to work for you in order to run your business. Otherwise, you would just have a business. Well, that $35 got you into business. You had to have something to help you run your business. And the 24 Pack Club was designed to help you build your business and run an effective business through your organization. It's not changing yet. I need my computer guy back up here. It's not changing. But anyway, I'm gonna go through it because I created it so I know it like the back of my hand. But anyway, when we designed the 24 Pack Club, we want to make sure that everyone can be able to do it. And in fact, we was in Trinidad, Demond Crunk, myself, and Demond Coleman, and we was having breakfast, and I introduced the 24 Pack Club to them when I was actually sharing with my organization, just to show you how powerful it is. Every month we have an increase. Okay. Every month we have an increase in production. More 24 Pack Club going through our organization. In fact, today is the 14th. We have over 50 24 48 Pack Club members.
Wow. Congratulations.
In fact, they running neck to neck. We have about 3 less 48 Pack Clubs since the last time I checked on the 14th. Because people understand the value. They understand that, okay, now I get it. Let me give you an example. I sponsor a young lady in Texas. Now watch my fingers. In Texas. She introduced me to a young lady in Dayton, Ohio. Okay? Keep in mind, I'm sponsoring. I'm going through the organization, working with the individual. She led me to a group in Indianapolis. That's 3, right? Okay? That person led to me a gentleman in, where was he? West Palm Beach. Okay? He led me to another young lady in Palm Beach. Okay? She led me to another young lady in Palm Beach, which led me to another gentleman, which led to me to another young lady in Palm Beach. That's number 8, right? Wow. I found my first consultant in that organization, 8 level D. Wow. And to explain something to you, before the 24 Pack Club, she didn't exist. Okay? She became a consultant. Now, 9 level, she broke the consultant. Wow. We're working on that 10th level. Now, here's the kicker. See, I never surfed at the top. I understood that, hey, that person may only last so long. So I continued building in the organization. 9 level D. I went back to the person that I sponsored, Demond North. 2 days ago, I sent her a picture. She became a consultant. I sent Demond that I'm waking up the dead. my point is, because I didn't stay focused right there, I continued working in my organization and trying to find that firewall until I found the 8-level D. I was able to get her going back on track. Now she's talking about going star and above. Not only that, she registered for the event. Okay? It trickled a lot of things. She's talking about going star. In fact, we're putting together a game plan for star for her. Just because that organization sparked something in her. Not only her, we have a couple more people that we did the exact same thing, and this will happen. So when I started doing the 24-pack club, I started looking at, you can read it, I went through it, but the purpose of the 24-pack club is to help the distributor to run their effective business. That's the purpose. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Coleman, I think this will be in their back office, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you will get this, okay? Now, what I did, I created a 4S system. Let me get it right. I'm gonna get it right in a minute. Bear with me. Here we go. Okay, I created a 4S system, okay? And this system will take a person through the process. In fact, you're able to validate what you're trying to sell or what you're trying to get them to purchase. See, I believe that if you're doing something, it has to be a reason behind it. See, we don't believe just doing something and expect someone to follow you. No, we believe in leading from the front, not behind. So in order to do that, you have to be a part of the 24-pack club, okay? And in my organization, every Tuesday morning, we have a leadership call. I reach out to my top leaders, Mr. Norman Ray, one of the best friends in the house now. Every Tuesday morning, I call you, and what we talk about, numbers. And the reason being, we're trying to identify who is that next person we want to work with to get to the next level. See, we sponsor people over here. We don't just put you out there and say, go get them. No, we identify people in the organization. And what we do, we're very strategic with the numbers. You have to understand your numbers. Because if you don't know your numbers, guess what? You can't grow your numbers. If you can't grow your number, you cannot maximize the compensation plan. If you can't maximize the compensation plan, you're leaving money on the table. So you have to understand your numbers. It's very important that you understand your numbers because leaders, they only going to learn so much if you only tell them one time. So you have to continue feeding your people to make sure they understand, and you have to become a student of yourself. So what we do, we dissect the numbers. We find out who in the range between 3 to 500 CV volume. Okay? 3 to 500 CV volume. We identify those people, and those are the people that we decide to work with this week. Understand the reason why. Because we have benchmark in place. That benchmark will gauge your progress. Okay? So if you're going to start this week, by Friday, you need to have 500 CV volume on the book. If you at 300, and the week start on Tuesday, we believe we can get you there with the 24-pack club. So you have to make sure that you understand the numbers and the people that you're working with, okay? One thing that you don't want to do is kick everybody to the curb just because they don't have 300 CV volume. We have a game plan for that too. Understand it's 28 days. 28 days to qualify. For those who wanted at 100, in fact, the guy that I was telling Mr. Crump, he will be receiving another picture today because we got another guy getting ready to cross over today. Okay? And this guy 3 days ago, he was at 120 CV volume 3 days ago. But he had 4 people came in on the 24-pack club. 2 of those people want the 48-pack club because they understand the value of it. So the first one we're going to talk about is sample. Now, this is the part that people are missing. See, you have to have product in order to sample. Would you agree?
Yes, sir.
Now, just think about it. You can't sample no one with your look. It just don't happen. You got to have some type of product. And we have the most precision-based product in the company. We have a bona fide need product. It's not a want. It's a bona fide need. Yes. Meaning, whether you like it or not, they're going to need that product. Rain, sleep, or snow. It can be a tornado go by. They're going to need that product when that film the flow comes. So if they're going to need that product and we say we got the most comfortable sanitary napkin in the world, then it's our responsibility to make sure that we get into the hands of the people who need it. What you read? Yes, so you want to sample, okay? Minimum 1 person. And the reason why we put the number at one person, we want to keep it as simple as possible where everybody can participate. See, we don't want to overprice that person or have them to think they got to spend a lot of money for some product to have a garage sale. No, that's not what we're doing. We're talking about, you know what? One person. And what I do, I would come to the shirt and tie guy. I say, sir, you know, now let me ask you something. Now, you did say you want to build a business, right?
That's right.
If you want to build a business, guess what? I got him in the 24-pack club. Because there's no way around you can build a business unless you only doing online sale. If you're not doing online sale, and you're talking about building a business, you have to have product to build your business. Because McDonald's cannot move without hamburgers, without French fries, without their work, without their marketing. You have to have product. So when you sample a person, look at it from this perspective. How many of you ever been to Sam? Okay, you've been to Sam, right? And you know in Sam, they have tables, you know, all through Sam, sauce, you know, little hot dogs on the stick, whatever you want to call them. And they want you to sample. They're giving it to you free, right? They also have the big roll right here, right?
Next to it.
Oh, next to it. Yeah. So you can look at it, and they expect you to buy it. So if you eat it, then they know they got you. Mm-hmm. Nine times out of 10, when you bite something at Sam that they sampling you with, they expect you to buy it. Mm-hmm. If you like it, you're going to buy it, right? Yeah. Well, if you sample someone your product, and they like your product, they're going to buy it from you. Would you agree? So we kept it as one. Now, when you sample a person, you want to make sure you give them 2 samples. 2 samples. That's all you have to give. Can everyone do one person? Can you talk to your organization and have them to do the exact same thing? See, I'm showing you how you can break consulting through this 24-pack club. Okay? Everyone can do one person. Okay? Now let's do the numbers. You're going to get a total of 30 days, which comes to 60 samples because of 2. Okay? 60 samples. Now, in the Cherish Day Pad, it's a total of 10 samples.
Right.
Okay? 60 divided by 10 leaves you what? 6. Now, I brought Mr. J.T. into the business. Now, the first thing we're going to talk about at this level. Now, you agree with me that you're going to need 6-pack, right?
Definitely.
Now, understand, you never want to make your minimum your maximum, but just for you and your organization, keep in mind, we need 6 samples going through your website, okay? Or you order 6 samples because we have to run your business. Are you with me?
Yes.
Okay, now, at this point, I know for a fact that he's going to purchase 6 samples per month. If we don't do nothing else, I got him to purchase 6 samples. But let's take it a step further. The second S represents sale. Sale is very, very important to your business. And I'm going to explain to you the reason why. See, you have to have some emergency, you know how they talk about emergency funds for the rainy day? You have to have some pad for the rainy day. Okay, you have to have some pads to sell. And the reason being, because if I bring a young lady to a focus group, and she loved the demonstration, but guess what? Her flow just hit. And I'm telling her, well, go to my website and buy, you know, you can get it there. No, you can get it, go to my website. By the time it come in, her flow is gone. She's going back to using what she was already using. So if you have to have some to sell. Now, you also have to have it for your focus group. Because if I'm working with you, I'm going to do focus group. In our game plan, you are supposed to host 4 focus groups per month. Right. If I'm working with you, I'm going to have you to do 1 a week. Now, you may say, well, Charles, I'm not in your backyard. Charles, I live in California, or I live in Texas. I don't care where you live for a focus group. Now, let me explain to you how we're doing this for the people that we can't reach. See, DeMar Crump can't be all over the place doing everybody's focus group. So what you doing, putting your business on ice because he's not in your backyard? No. What we do, we have them to conduct a focus group. Now, in order to conduct a focus group, keep in mind, you have to have some sanitary napkins. That's where the 10 come in your inventory. Okay? So if you're doing your focus group, only thing I want you to do, stick in the video or turn on the YouTube, whatever the case may be. After you invite We're going to promote. I'm going to help you invite your people to the focus group. You're going to put me on the phone with them. I'm going to edify you. I'm going to do everything to drive them to the focus group. Everything. At the same time, you're going to edify me because edification is the key. If they don't edify you right, then you've been watered down. But they edify you, it doesn't matter what you say, they're going to respect you. Because that guy there, you know, he said all that about that guy from Atlanta, Georgia. He may be crooked, but this guy making some money doing something. That's how they're looking at you, okay? So edification is the key when you're trying to do it. You're crazy. When you're trying to promote your focus group. Okay, so back to California. Y'all rewind, stay with me now. Okay, California. What I would do that person, I would have that person to conduct the focus group. That person would do the YouTube video with all their friends in the room. Keep in mind, you have to have some past to sell for your focus group. Okay? Now, I need that person to have Exhibit A and a cherished experience right together. That's right. Okay? Only thing I want that person to do, they can be new or they can be old. It doesn't matter. This is how we doing long distance. I want them to play the video. After the video, they don't have to disassemble the pad, don't have to do none of that. Only thing I want them to do, the wet and dry test. That's it. That's it. Wet and dry. I don't want to complicate them. I don't want to complicate them. I don't want them to do nothing but to bring them to do a wet and dry. I do not want them to answer any question. That's what they got me for. See, after the focus group is over with, they done the wet and dry test, you're going to put me on a three-way. Wow. You're going to put me on the speakerphone. You're going to have me on the speakerphone to entertain any question that they may have. At the same time, I'm going to talk to them about the Now We Know campaign. Now, the Now We Know campaign, what people don't understand how powerful the Now We Know campaign is. Let me enlighten you guys right quick. The Now We Know campaign allowed me to be in front of the Prime Minister wife of Jamaica not once but twice last year. The Prime Minister wife of Jamaica is equivalent to the first lady because they do not have a president as the head of state that has a prime minister. That Now We Know campaign is so powerful, it's actually allowed us to form a collaboration with the most powerful bishop in that country. That Now We Know campaign is so powerful. Instead of us bringing a personality on the radio in, we brought the whole radio station on board. Wow. The #1 gospel radio station in Jamaica. Because of the Now We Know campaign. You guys don't understand what you have in your hand. That Now We Know campaign is powerful if you use it right. Now, you may not have a story, but you can use mine because we all did Nspire. You can use my story about the Now We Know campaign, and you'll be amazed the results that you would get. Okay? So now, I would talk about the Now We Know campaign. After the Now We Know campaign, I would drive their prospect back to them. And for those that want to partner up with her, I would have her to put me back on the phone with that person. Because I want to do the exact same thing for that particular person for the next one. And we're going to keep that duplication. Because keep in mind, like I stated earlier, I went from here and found a consultant 8 level deep. So I'm looking at that person trying to figure out who can I get in their organization. Okay, you with me? Yeah. The third one, supply. This is critical right here. Can you guys see it? Supply. Now, your goal is to recruit 2 people per month. That should be your goal. Now, unless only thing you're doing is selling products and you're doing it online. But if you're building a business, if you want to build in depth, you want to recruit 2 people per month. And I'm going to explain to you the reason why. For #1, in order to move in the compensation plan, you got to be DOT qualified. And you're used to an organization that don't die out, and you're not going to depth, you need to bring some more people on board. So you're recruiting 2 people per month. As you're recruiting these people, you want to provide them with 2 packs of product per person. Okay? So we was at 16, right? With this 6 to sample, 10 to have in your inventory, right? Now, 2 people, okay? 2 products to sample. And you may say, well, Charles, but why want to do that? Well, you do want to start your business. You want to run your business, right? Yes. You want to give them the best opportunity to start sampling right away. You want to give them the best opportunity to start running their business right away. You don't want them to be on ice waiting on product to come in. And if they got to wait on product and you're teaching them sample and you got to do this, guess what's going to happen? They probably lose their momentum. Because they don't understand that, hey, once they hit you, they got you. And if you're doing that, what's going to happen next? It's going to be duplicated in your organization. Your team will start doing the exact same thing, duplicating what you're doing. So you want to make sure you provide your team with two. Every month, this is my mindset. Every month, I don't bank on previous qualification. Every month, I bank on bringing 2 new people into the business to become redo a team qualified. And you're doing that every month, 2 people into your business become a redo a team qualified, you're about to build a large organization. See, don't worry about what's in front of you right now. You can't worry about the Derrick Brown of the world. I mean, he's a rare guy. Okay, you can't worry about people like that. Worry about what you can do at your level.
That's right.
Build a foundation. That's why we used to call ourselves, Mr. Colvin, the underground worker. We go underground and we do the work. Because once we know we come above the ground, stuff like this happens. But we didn't worry about the thing that was around us, that was going on. We started building an organization that everyone loved to be in. Because how we sponsored them, how we took care of them, the things that we created. You guys don't have a clue what we're going to create. They're just a tip of the iceberg. Because of the things that we want to grow with this company here. That's why we went underground. Yes. Okay, the last one, your household, self. Okay? If you're a female, you definitely want to have this a part of your household. And also male. Men, you want this to be a part of your household. We even set the bar low. We said, okay, you only need 4. Now, some women use more. You heard, Doctor did a phenomenal job, and she talks about the 4-pack. The 4-pack is what? 4. You should have 4 coming in your household, a part of your 24-pack club. And what we just did, we justified the 24-pack club. 6 to sample, 10 to sell, 4 to supply to your organization, 4 for your household. That's coming to 24-pack.
Wow.
Now, you may say, well, Charles, okay, that sounds good and everything. Let me give you an example. 2 months ago, when we first introduced it, 3 months ago, Mr. Ray, 3 months ago, I was in Virginia doing a focus group for Normal Ray. I had a guy that came to this focus group, one of my friends. And the guy came on board with the $35. I mean, we talked about, hey, $35 to get you in the business. Okay, $35, we're not asking you to do nothing more than $35. You want to start your business, right? $35. Tomorrow, we have a what's next 8-step system that we got to go through. That's what I'm telling him. That means that we have a game plan to go through.
That's right.
See, I already know what's about to happen tomorrow. Yes, you came here for $35, but tomorrow, within the first 24 to 48 hours, I'm in front of you, talking to you about what's next. Because what a lot of people don't understand, they get in, but they don't know what to do next.
Right.
So we create a system, the what's next system, to work that person through.
Wow.
When I got done with the what's next system, at the end of the 24-pack club, when we went through the 24-pack club, keep in mind, $35. The only thing that he invests into this business here. When we got done with this right here, this guy said, man, $99 too less for me. He came on board with a $299 package. Just because we was able to justify why he needed the product to run his business. A lot of you there, but you don't understand what it takes to get to the next level. And let me share something with you. And I talks about the numbers. You heard me talks about, I have a meeting with my team, my leaders on Tuesday. And the reason being, because the Tuesday is the first day of the week for the company. So we want to scrub the list. We want to make sure that you understand your numbers. A lot of people don't understand that, hey, the 40% rule. See, we go through that. A lot of people looking at the numbers on the front page, they're getting confused, because it's changed. All of it changed. But I don't focus on that. Here what I focus on. I focus on the rank advancement page of that particular person. Because if you look at the rank advancement, if they go on consulting, what is it going to say? So many hundred of 1,000. That's the rawest number on their website if you want to know how to get to the next level. They're going to tell you whether you do a team qualifier, whether you have a proper order in place. All those boxes will be an X or a check. So, you can't go wrong with that. So I focus on that. So I subtract that number, and that'll let me know how many volume they need to go. Now, I don't stop there. I say, okay, let's reach out to these people here. Let's talk about the 24 Pack Club. Let's find out who in their organization that do not have order. You see, understand, this is how I operate. And my team know me. I would travel all around the world. But if you want me to work with you, there's some things I'm gonna require. Now you don't have to do it. It's your own independence, your business. You don't have to do it, but I also don't have to do it too. So I'm gonna require some things for me to work with you because I need to know what I'm working with. If you don't have an order in, I cannot devote all my time to you. The reason being because, I can hit a moving target. I'm pretty good in the military. I can hit a moving target. It's impossible for me to hit an invisible target. Right. And if I can't see your numbers, it's an invisible target. Oh my God. So how can I set your goals up or set a course of action to accomplish your goal because the target is invisible? That's why you have to place an order if you want to run your business or build a business or participate in the other part of the compensation plan. Now, if you just want to do online retail sale, by all means, you can do that. We have a young lady named Miss Erin Lopez. Mr. Moncrum was talking about it. Having recruited no one, went consulted, that's our product alone. That's it. She's one of the type of people that you don't have to worry about. So if you want to do that, by all means, do that. But if you want me to fly across the country to work on your behalf, here's some things that we need to happen. I need to know this. I need to make sure that you have the proper order in place because if I can't see it, then I don't know what we're working with. Understand? What we doing, we building a business. See, I'm not building on social club. We're not building on hangout. None of that. No, I'm running a business. And if I'm going to work with you, I need you to work with me to help you.
That's right.
And if you can't help me to help you, it's not that I don't want to help you, but I have to find someone else that want me better more than you do. And I continue to move. And that's what happened with that young lady who came up in the dead after she seen two of her people when consulting, 8 or 9 level deep. Because I didn't kick her to the curb, I had to go where people needed me at. Your time is valued. Job time is valued. One of my best friend right here in the back, Norma Ray. This guy here, he was in D.C. last week with DeMar Copenham up there. What y'all was in Philadelphia? Now he drove to Atlanta today. I mean, he's one of my top leaders in the organization. But guess what? He's a sponge. And we work together. There's no such thing as Charles Watson. We team. And you have to work as a team if you want to grow your business. Unless you want to go back on the island by yourself, you can do that. But if you want to build a rock-solid business, you understand where we at. 4.6 million the first 8 months, going to $1 billion. Look at all that space in between. All that space in between, and look at all you guys right in here tonight. We're going to have over 100,000 people in this organization worldwide. Come on. We wait. You guys don't understand what you have. We have Trinidad ready to open up right now. I was on the phone yesterday, one of the leaders. They can't wait. But you all will be able to participate in that. Jamaica, some other country that we're working on. But if you don't see the vision and stick with the vision, it's going to pass you. It's going to pass you every time because you didn't think that it's working. And it should pass you all the time. Don't want to come like that. It's not bad. But anyway, I just want to share that with you guys and as we wrap up, and I'm going to talk briefly about the 48 Pack Club. But the 28 Pack Club is pretty much double what we talked about. Oh, let me back up. Let me get it. Yeah, y'all get it. Yeah. Here we go. This is the Moncrum I'm talking about. 24 Pack Club. Okay? Each pad, okay, is 3.5 CV. Coming to a total 84 CV. 12 people in your organization participate in this Pack Club. Bam! It's a wrap. 108 consultants done. This is what we've been teaching. Why? Because we know people can use this, they can benefit from this. Understand, prior to the 24 Pack Club, we had a lot of people like you guys wouldn't even place no order. I can go through the list right now. We have over 50 people that, they like, Charles, you got my name on the list. I'm getting text. I hit the 24 Pack Club, but let me go verify. Oh, you read your name? Charles, you got me? Hey, Charles, I'm in 24. Hey, I got someone in the 24 Pack Club. Oh, I'm getting ready to go to the 48 Pack Club. Can you take me from the 24 to the 48? That's right. Oh, man, we're having fun with this because people see it. Now, here's the real deal. this is what you got to catch, okay? The 24-pack club is cool, and it's a phenomenal system, but you have to be able to duplicate it every month. And that duplication only going to exist if you fulfill it, the 24-pack club, meaning that you're selling, okay? That you're selling, supplying and sell. And if you're doing it every month, guess what's going to happen? Your volume going to increase every month because now they see a reason, and not only your volume going to increase, guess what? They're going to teach it in their organization. And they're going to make your job a lot easier because now you have multiple people doing the exact same thing what you're doing. What we created, we call it continuity. We call, the home office, they have the resource, the resource library. Prime time, we have a continuity library. We call it the continuity workshop, where we put document for people to be able to use. Continuity meaning in the military, whether you're there or not, it will still continue to operate. Because they have a step bar. You go to the library, you see the benchmark where you need to be at every week, every day, where you need to be at in order to track you. The benchmark, the only thing it do is tracking your progress. Okay? If they want to know how to go star, or they want to know the numbers game, they want to know, the 110 formula. I mean, whatever they want to know, how to go to consultant, whatever they want to know is right there in the resource library. If I'm in Jamaica and my team needs some information, they don't have to look for me. They don't have to hunt me down. They don't have to wait for Charles to come in before their business get going. They go to the resource library, or they go to our continuity library, and their business will continue going. Okay, as we wrap up, the 24-pack club, or the 48-pack club, let me see. It sets up the same way. The system is the same way. The only difference is the numbers, okay? You're going to sample more people. Those are the people like Mrs. Tony Strickland. You see on Facebook, she don't sample about 20 people in one day. Okay, this is for the people who want to sample more people, okay? You want to participate in the 48-pack. So we're talking about 4 people that you sample, 2 samples per day. That means that you gave out 8 samples for a total of 30 days. 240 samples. That's going to come up to 24-pack that you know need to go in your inventory. If you want to participate in the 48-pack club, you already know you need 24-pack to sample people. Okay? The same system, the same setup in your inventory. The next one, sale. I increased this by 2. Okay? Instead of being 10, you want to put 12 into your inventory. They give you a total of 36. Now you with me? 36 is what you're going to have coming in if you want to participate, right? Now, take it a step further. Supply. We increase the number of supply because you got people like, Damon Mellors who want to recruit the world. We want to show them if you're recruiting 4 new people, what you're going to need. Okay? You're going to increase the number. Instead of being 4, you got 8 packs. Okay? And for self stayed the same, which is your household, which is a total of 4, and that justify the 48-pack club. If you can see, 48 come to 168 CV. You got 6 people doing this. 6 people, which we had this, the last guy, guess what? Star's done. I'm sorry, consultant's done. 1,008. Very, very powerful. Now, as I close out and bring the next person up here, I want to leave you guys with something I think is very important. I think a lot of people don't understand where they at. You don't understand who you're working with. If you only knew, I think your business would move a little further. Let me tell you a story before we close out. My team don't heard this, but I'm gonna let you guys hear it. That's a boy, Little Johnny. Little Johnny was put in the wagon up to here. And as he was put in the wagon, he was with his father. Little Johnny got tired. He said, Dad, I can't pull it no more. His dad said, use your strength. You guys don't understand your strength. So he pulled the wagon some more. Okay, a little further. He said, Dad, I'm exhausted. I can't pull it no more. His dad said again, use your strength. So the last pull, he was pulling, he was huffing and he was puffing. He said, Dad, I'm completely exhausted. I cannot move no more. His dad said, I told you to use your strength. He said, Dad, I used all of my strength. That's why I'm exhausted. His daddy said, no, you didn't. You didn't use me. See, I'm a part of your strength. See, the resource library is a part of your strength. Mr. Damon Coleman, Mr. Damon Crump, traveling across the country as a part of your strength. They're traveling on your behalf for you to put people in front of them. Now you're able to leverage their time because they're a part of your strength. Your leaders in your organization is a part of your strength if only you tap into them and get off that island. And with that, I appreciate you guys, and that's my time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.